Yo, so this is 8 days after my surgery, I believe. I had it done last Tuesday. I'm not very good at public math. As you can see, the scruff continues. The hair, no haircut. I usually get a haircut about, actually, I get a haircut every week. If I'm not trimming it, I'm at least lining it up. I've been unable to do so I look kind of rough. But anyways, we're not here to talk about my hair. We're here to talk about my injury and how I'm going to get back. I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see most of the stuff I'm talking about. Anyways, here is the foot out of the cast. I took it out today. I'm back in the walking boot I showed on my last video. But if you guys are watching this for the first time, boom, cast. And my three wedges are still in there, so it still makes me look like I'm walking on high heels, not weight bearing still. My next visit is actually 3 October, so hopefully I'm hoping the doc says I can put some kind of weight on there. Anyways, I don't have a gnarly scar like most people do. Mine actually just runs from here to the other side of this pad, basically where the pad is. And if you can see my skin, there's some like poke marks here and also down here. That's where the doc threaded through at the bottom and the top to tie, basically pull the Achilles tendons back together to make them whole again. Then just sutured me up in the middle here. I didn't get a lot of atrophy. Legs a little bit skinny, but not as much as I thought it would be. You can see I can flex my quad, but can't really do that much with my calf muscle yet, as you guys can see. All right, so my calf muscle is already not that big, but as you can see on my left side here, you can kind of see the definition and the muscle contracting. You can see my foot moving, unlike the right one, where I'm mainly moving my toes, which was all I could do for about 3 weeks. Then now I was told to start some range of motion with the ankle. This is all I have right now. All right, so you can see the difference. So the guy just kicks back, and don't mind my TV. My daughters broke that one a month after I purchased it. So it's just been sitting, blocking the fireplace. But back to this, as you can see, this is as much range of motion. When I do that, I feel a little tugging, right? And that's normal till everything heals up and I start breaking down the rest of that scar tissue as I go. But my toes are fine, and I'll talk a little bit about the toe thing once I turn the camera back around right now. All right, let's talk about what I have done for the last week since prepping for and having the surgery until today. Didn't eat anything 12 hours prior to the surgery. The surgery happened at 12:45, I believe, and it was supposed to take 30 minutes, but it took about an hour and a half. Pre-surgery prep, they sedated me, obviously, then did a local block, so anesthesia. I got a shot right behind my knee, and it basically killed that entire right leg, which in a few seconds I'll tell you how much fun that is when you wake up. Went in and they put me under, which I won't lie, I was very nervous, it being my very first surgery besides getting my wisdom teeth removed several years ago. And I don't really count that as real surgery, but they did a good job anyway. So back to my current injury. I was out, woke up, felt a little bit groggy, went back to sleep, and woke up maybe an hour or so later. Then I got discharged, drove home. Well, I didn't drive home, my wife drove me home. Don't leave the house without your keys the day you have surgery, because I panicked. because I just wanted to lay down, but I couldn't lay down. And I was freaking out because we locked the keys in the house and didn't have the garage opener. So, because we took my car and the garage opener is in my wife's car. So that was entertaining. I remember freaking out for for what seemed like 20 minutes, but I guarantee it was like 2 minutes. But, you know, I'm a big baby like that. Anyways, I've been just in the bed or laying on the couch with my feet up for most of this week, or since last week, actually. The local block anesthesia is the part that I thought was pretty funny because of not being able to move my toes. And it was supposed to last about 24 hours. Mine lasted about 30-something hours. I remember trying to command my toes to wiggle, trying to do any and everything I could to just see that foot move, and it wouldn't. At about the 26-hour mark, yeah, I was not happy. But then I did some reading, called the doc, and that's the one thing I'll tell you guys. If you get nervous, hopefully you have a good doc. Just call them and they'll tell you what's normal or what's abnormal or when you should start freaking out. But at about 26, 28 hours, the doc said I'd be fine. Just go to sleep, and guarantees the pain will wake me up. And he was not lying. At around 11 o'clock that night, almost midnight, I remember having this weird pain that just woke me up. And the first thing I did was wiggle my toes, and I was super excited. Then I realized the pain was there, and that was no bueno. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, so all I did was take up my Motrin that night and I'm back to sleep. But I didn't take I got hydrocodone. I didn't take that till Friday, and like I said, I had the surgery on September 11th, which was a Tuesday. So I took it Friday and Saturday. Didn't really do much for me. My foot would just feel really hot and go numb. But that's how my body reacted to hydrocodone. Who would have thought? And I've just been on Motrin about every 8 hours or so whenever I feel it swelling. Make sure you just have it elevated, and no height position seems to work, by the way. But just do your best, keep it elevated as high as you can. Obviously, they say about 12 inches above your heart. All right, so here's my heart. Here, not here. Heart's like here somewhere. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a regular old dude. And one of these days, I'll do a video about what I actually do for a living. And that foot just being up. The hardest part is sleeping. I've watched other videos, read some blogs and things like that, and everyone talked about the same thing. Sleeping is not comfortable. There's nothing you can do about it. Eventually, you get over it and go to sleep. Can't put that foot under the blanket, so you wear socks or find a cover for that foot so you don't get cold. I'm in Albuquerque, so it's kind of hot still, so I kind of have the AC running for most of the day, so it's kind of chilly at night. But by day 5 or 6, when I go to bed at night, I kind of leave. I sleep on my side. I sleep the longest that way. So basically, I'll turn the camera again so you guys can see. Have it obviously propped up here downstairs on some blankets. So what I do at night, as you can see, I just turn it. So that foot is resting to the side, right? And there's no pressure going to the injury site, and I don't rotate as much. The other foot's just tucked in, and that was as comfortable as I got. Okay, like I said, I had the cast on, so my leg wasn't really moving much or anything. Then if I got tired on that side, I would just, there you go, sideways. Again, perfect. Now, as you can see, I can still work on my range of motion for the ankle, although it seems like I'm just moving my toes. But you can kind of see that pointing down, coming up, pointing down, coming up. And I'll make a video later about my rehab. You see, I'm drinking a lot of water. Got a Monster and some. So I can't do this backwards. Never mind. I'll just do this hand. Granola. Perfect. And another hydro flask because you're gonna drink. I recommend you hydrate. Hydration's good. I tried my best to stay away from the sugars, but as you get to see, I needed a Monster, so there's one in the fridge. So I drank that. Things I've learned: take it slow. Take it slow. I've fallen twice. Not fun. I think my kids have set me up because I slipped on a book. I didn't see it. My crutch hit it, and I went down. Yeah. Don't fight the fall. Do not fight the fall. If you can grab on our rail and stop yourself, go ahead. But if you're going down on a flat surface, like you're walking in the kitchen or you're walking in the living room, and you take a spill, accept it. Just take that L. Take it. Take the L and fall. If not, you're going to bear weight on that foot, and it's going to be worse. Tried that one time. I'm not going to do it again, or didn't do it the second time. So please take that L and just fall. Okay? Simple as that. Showering, luckily for me, I have a garden tub upstairs, and it has like a little sit-down platform. So I was able to sit in there and use a cast cover. You can get it at Walgreens. It's like $14, and it helped keep my cast and that leg dry. I was able to wash my entire body. I didn't use the shower head. I kind of took my daughter's little cup, shower cup that they use, and I used that for Daddy. I paid for it, so I can. So I did that, and it helped. But nothing says you can't use the shower head. I just chose not to because I listened to the doctor and made sure I didn't put any weight on there. So I sat down, put that knee on put that right knee sometimes on the tub itself to get weight off of it, but then your back starts to hurt, other things start to hurt. I'm old, so, and I don't look it, but I'm old. So I just sat down. I didn't invest in a shower stool, but I heard those are very good to invest in, but luckily my tub comes with a seat in there, so I just sat down. So that's how the shower piece went. So we talked about sleeping, showering, medication, whatever questions you guys have, just leave it in the comments. I'll respond on there. One of these days I'll put my, I don't know, Instagram handle, I guess, and you guys can direct message me about it. I know I keep saying because now I'm thinking about what I need to say. I don't have anything else to say, so instead of boring you guys with all my which I dislike, I'll stop talking. So subscribe if you want, like, share, ask questions, and I'll answer them. And the one thing I've been telling myself every single day is one day at a time. I don't think about 6 months from now. I don't think about 8 months from now. I'm not thinking about 12 months from now. What I'm thinking about is tomorrow. What can I do tomorrow? I know it's a long process, so why dwell? Hopefully the next time you guys see me, all this will be gone. The hair will be gone. My daughter turns 1 on Friday. I've been growing my hair out for about a year. I cut it usually, like I said, to kind of keep it from going out of control. So hopefully next time you guys see me, I'll be clean cut, clean shaven. I broke my glasses, so I'm in my Urkels. I love them. Everything is retro these days. So put my Urkels back on. I've been dealing with it. See you guys next time.